Going on, guys? It's New York Prepper here, and I'm doing a quick review of the Leatherman Wingman multi-tool. And this is my new EDC everyday carry multi-tool. I carry this pretty much everywhere I go, and it's got a lot of nice tools in there. It's a very basic multi-tool. You know, it's not meant to be like a very complicated tool. It doesn't have a lot of different tools in it like other Leathermans do, like the Leatherman Wave, for example. But I picked this up for about 50 bucks, which is a little on the high side. I bet if you could shop around, you could find it for maybe 35 or 40 bucks. But the construction is pretty good. It's all stainless steel. It's very rugged. So I definitely recommend this to you guys. I'm gonna just do a quick measurement for you. It's about 4 inches long, maybe three and 3/4 inches long by about 1.25 inches thick. So it's pretty small. It fits in the palm of my hand, which is nice because some of the multi-tools out there, they're a little bit too big and they're hard to fit in your pocket, and they're just too heavy. This weighs 7 ounces, so it's nice and small. I like it, because it's not too massive. It takes up about the same space as like a pocket knife does, because it's about, a little under 4 inches long. So it's not too massive. It doesn't take up a lot of room in your pocket, which is what I like. So the first thing I like about it is it comes with a pocket clip here. You can see it says Leatherman on it, and it's a nice high quality pocket clip. This is all steel construction. It's pretty rugged, so I could just slip this right in my pocket anywhere I go. Even if I'm going for a jog, if I wanted to, I could put this in my gym pants. But there's the Leatherman Wingman logo on it. So the first thing that you have, what I like about this tool, is that you have you have your pocket knife quickly accessible, from the outside. So I could even use this in a defensive scenario. And this would probably be legal in, I think, most cities, even New York City. This might even be legal in some of the more restrictive cities. Let me see. I got a little shadow here. That's a little bit better. So even in most cities, this would be acceptable to carry. Because it's not a dedicated pocket knife. It's a multi-tool, so it's not as it doesn't look like a weapon. But if you had to, this is pretty quick deployment. Obviously if somebody's charging you, you're not going to be able to get it out that quick. But, you can get it out with one hand if I had to. So if I'm in a defensive situation, I can get this out, pretty quickly. And the knife, it's pretty sharp. It's got a serrated edge here, so you could use this to cut seatbelts, if you got trapped in your car. Any type of cords, ropes, whatever. You got your serrated edge here, and then you got your flat, edge. It's pretty sharp right out of the box. You can see it cuts paper pretty good. It's just an old envelope here. It cuts pretty good. So it comes out pretty sharp right out of the box. It's 420 high carbon steel, the blade. I don't know if you don't know what 420 high carbon steel is. I think it was pioneered by the Buck Knife Company. They make most of their knives are 420 high carbon, and it's basically just 420. It's 420 stainless steel, which is a lower grade steel. But what they do is they add a little extra carbon and they add heat treatment to it. So it's basically, it makes it into like a mid-grade steel, mid-grade stainless steel. It's pretty tough. It's pretty hard because they add extra carbon to it. So it's pretty good. I have one of the Buck knives that are made out of 420 high carbon, and it's a pretty good, pretty dependable. So you got the knife here right on the outside, and you just push down. There's like a little thing here, and you just push that down, and it folds up, and it's just really it's really ruggedly made. It's nice. Then on the other side here, you got your, scissors. These scissors are pretty good. You could easily cut through cardboard with these if you had to. They're pretty they're pretty good. You could use these in like a situation, and even in a medical situation, if you had to cut some clothing off of you, if you had some type of a wound. You could use this as like medical shears. Just for multiple uses. You got the scissors there, and they close the same way as the knife. You just push down and they fold right in. So now I'll open up the tool itself, and then you got your spring-loaded needle nose pliers. So there's a spring in here, so it keeps it open at all times, which is good because you can use this one-handed. You just got your basic needle nose pliers. You got pliers here with larger teeth, and you got your wire cutters over here. And what I like about it too, actually, is that it has the tip is pretty narrow on the needle nose. You can see it's pretty small. So you can use that for, if you have to remove a tick. Let's say you got a tick on you, you can pull a tick off. You could probably use this as basically like tweezers, because it's pretty narrow. So you could use them like tweezers if you got to pull some splinters out. Aside from just your normal needle nose pliers type of, tasks that they do. And then you got your Phillips screwdriver, and it locks out pretty good. The way that you get them out is you have there's like a little thing that sticks out here. It's like a little lip, and you just put your finger in there and it just comes right out. It has very positive locking on it. It's pretty sturdy. Once it locks out, it's not going to really move on you. So it's just like a basic Phillips head. And then you got your, and then you got your flathead here. Your flathead here. It's a pretty wide flathead. I would say it's about, what is that, 1/4 of an inch or so. It's about 1/4 of an inch, and it's pretty thick. So this is your larger flathead. See if I can focus it. There we go. It's a larger flathead screwdriver. I usually don't really use that one that much. So on this side you got your flathead and your Phillips head on this side. Oh, and then also you got on the Phillips head you got you got like a little thing that you can use to bend wire. You could put the wire in there and you can use it to bend it. So moving on to the other side of the tool, you got yourself 3 things here. You got, well, actually a couple of things. First, you got your bottle opener, but you could also use this as a can opener as well. It's a bottle opener and a can opener. You can see it's sharpened on this side. On this side, you'll see the grind on it. Let me see if I can get a light on there. Let's see. You can see the grind on it here, so that's for opening cans. If you're in a wilderness setting or, a bug out, whatever, survival situation, you can use that to open a tuna can. And then you got this to open the bottle. You got yourself a small screwdriver here, and then it's got a little file here. It's a pretty aggressive file. On the back side, you have a ruler, which has centimeters and inches. I think it's about 1.5 inches, and then you got your centimeters here. It's going to be about, what is that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 centimeters. It's 6 centimeters and 1.5 inches on the measurement. And then here you got your, this is a box opener. So, you can use this to open boxes. Basically what you do is you just stick this on the box and you pull it, and it's sharpened. As you can see, it's grinded down on one side. It's pretty sharp. So you use this to open boxes, but you could also use this for a lot of other things as well. I mean, you could use this to make feather sticks, if you want to shave off some, if you don't know what a feather stick, you can look that up. You could also use this to shave some tinder down. If you have like a stick, you can shave some wood off of the stick and get some fine tinder out of it. You can also use it for gutting. If you got to cut you know, an animal open that you just harvested. You know, if you're in a hunting or survival situation, you gotta, you know, perform a field dress. You know, so you got that, and so that's basically it for that. Let's see what else. And then there's also a little wire cutter on this thing, on one of these. I think it's on the yeah, it's on the can opener. So there's a little wire stripper here. You see the little 90-degree bend there, and it's grinded down so it's sharp. So you got a little wire stripper there as well. So it's just a good basic multi-tool. You know, it's not meant to be like, you know, a really hardcore multi-tool with like a ton of tools. It just has basic stuff that you would need in most situations. It's nice and light. It's pretty rugged. It's, you know, it's built pretty solidly. It locks up pretty good, you know, when it opens up. And then when you close it, you know, it has a nice positive feel to it. So I definitely recommend this for everybody, you know, either if you're a survivalist or just, you know, for everyday carry. That's what I carry it for. So it's definitely a nice tool. So check it out. Go online, pick it up. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.